right, as you can see, here's my haul for the weekend. I've got to go make a quick phone call to U-Haul to see if they have any box trucks to help me deliver this to the post office because there's so much. Hey guys, this is John with Severe Thrifters. I don't know, yesterday was kind of a weird day, but let's look at what I sold on Saturday. Alright, I got everything fired up. Hey, it's Monday morning. I don't know, was your sales slow yesterday? Believe it or not, I got blanked. 0 sales on a Sunday. I don't know. There's 2 ways I could look at this. Blame the consumer! No. Something's wrong with my listings? Maybe. I'll have to take a look at some of the pictures and go back through and look at some of the keywords, make sure I have all that right. But that's just weird to get a 0. I don't know. I reckon it's not the end of the world, but. And I only had 4 sales on Saturday, and I listed both days. I don't know. It's just weird. I guess let's take a look at what I sold though, huh? Alright. First and foremost, the easiest sellers, if you can pick them up super cheap, I sold a TI-84 calculator. It's in 1222. Oh, it's gonna be way up there. I gotta 2-hand this. Alright, we're looking for, make sure it is 1222. A TI, bam, right there. TI-84 calculator. Those are a good seller. Let's put this back up top, huh? Yeah, I've sold those like crazy. I sold one, I think Friday, Saturday. Nothing yesterday. Oh, pair of shoes, 1246. Let's find those on my shoe wall right here. 1246. 43, 44, 46. A pair of these Born Mary Jane style sandals, shoes. And that's something. This is the second time it's happened. It actually happened on these shoes. So I realized that it happened a lot more than what I was aware. The buyer contacted me and said that they had the wrong address on eBay and needed it to change. And so I got a hold of eBay, and you can't just do that. They have to cancel the order and then go and edit their address in eBay and then repurchase it, which that's a lot of work. But I could see why they do it, because if you had stolen somebody's identification and was buying things, you could have it then shipped to your house, I guess. So I just know that I let her know, I'm assuming it's a her, I let her know how to do that, and she's like, forget it, that's just too much work, just keep it the way it is. So I don't know where it's headed, but she's going to have to track it down. That's just happened a lot lately with wrong addresses. I don't know. I know people move, but I guess probably the last thing on their mind is change the address in their eBay account, you know, after they move. So vintage fighter wing snapback hat right here. A little bit of dust on there. I'll clean that up before that was 709. Here, a pair of Danskos, 1270. 1270. Pair of clogs, they're a good seller. I mean, you're looking at my weekend sales right there. 4. Now, you know, there's a decent dollar amount there, and I could go to my room, lay down, and cry myself to sleep about not having any sales yesterday. But it's kind of motivating, because what I did yesterday, if you see on the TikTok, there's a kind of a way to get on your eBay store and check your oldest listings by a few clicks. And so I started doing that. I think I went through almost 10 listings and just realized how poor those were. Now, those are some of the original ones that when I first started back in October, They weren't very good. I was still learning. So I guess my message to you is you might want to go back and check some of your old ones. Yeah, they were pretty bad. The pictures weren't too bad. I could deal with the pictures. They weren't too bad. But like the keywords in the main title were awful. And under product description, I had nothing. And then in my actual main description, I would put all sales are final, no returns or something like that. And I think when I first started eBay, there was somebody on YouTube that was saying you got to be careful, of all these scams. So they had me freaked out that I had to put all sales are final and stuff like that. And I really think that hurt me because as a consumer, like if I was on eBay and I was going to buy something and I looked in the description, they said all sales are final, no returns, I'd be questioning the quality of the item that I'm buying. So I got rid of all those and I had no returns on them. So I went ahead and fixed that to free 30-day returns. I've been doing that for the last, month or so, and my return rate has not gone up at all. So I was always a little hesitant because I was scared that people were just going to either scam me or nonstop return items for who knows what reason, with the hopes that maybe I would refund the money and tell them just to keep it. But I haven't really seen an up or an increase in my percentage of return. So all it's going to do is help you at that point. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it's just kind of a strange weekend. Now, you can blame the weather. You can blame the economy. I just think that maybe it was one of those off days and we have to get back at it today. Push a little harder. Try to double my sales to kind of compensate for what happened yesterday or what didn't happen. So I'm going to get these things, like the hat, dusted off. It's just a little dusty. Cleaned up, get them packaged up. And we'll talk in a second. It is what it is. I'd rather sell something than nothing. So at least I have this. I'm just going to have to put a little bit more work in this week to try to get caught back up. Unfortunately, I'm probably not the only one. I'm not going to sit here and blame some type of summer slowdown or anything like that. It is what it is. Maybe my pricing needs to come down a little bit. Maybe people are a little more weary of some of my costs. Maybe I can move some more stuff quicker if I lower the price a little bit. I'll probably double check my pictures, my titles, just to make sure everything looks okay. And do another 10 or 20. But it is what it is. I can't control that. I do the best that I can. I move forward, and I got to keep listing, man. We can't slow down just because we had a bad day. So I just think it's funny that you can go on a weekend and just have 4. And I think it was Thursday I had 9 sales. So it is a definite roller coaster ride in this industry, that's for sure. But I do think it's going to continue to get stronger with the state of the economy. I think secondhand items are going to sell at a quicker rate here coming up shortly within a month or two. So I think for an eBay reseller, I think we're going to do just fine. We're going to hit the 4th quarter soon. So start getting prepared now. Get things organized now. Like my spreadsheet, huge lifesaver. So this doesn't get me all wound up. Actually, it was easy to package up and it was quick. So now I can get other stuff done. You can see I've got my 3D printers running. I'm going to have stuff on Etsy for sale, some digital files. I'm also cross-listing onto Poshmark with the use of a cross-listing website. It's not really an app, it's a website because you can only use it on your computer. But I will share what I use there. It's really simple. And they have a Poshmark assistant to help you share all your stuff. Get like and follow other poshers. I sound so stupid saying that. So Poshmark sellers? I don't know. But we're going to just keep keep this train on its tracks and just keep rolling. Hey, every Monday, this is something that I do. As you can see, I have a board set up with some numbers. But if you look on my computer, I'll go to my seller hub on eBay, and I'll go to performance, and I'll just click on performance right here, and it gives you a nice little graph. And I always go to last 7 days, and it gives me my total net sales, eBay costs, average sale price per item, and stuff like that. So I use these numbers, I plug them into my weekly numbers up on my board, and it kind of lets me know where I'm at. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that out real quick, and we'll see how we did. All right, guys, as you can see, I just entered the numbers from my previous 7 days. I do it every week, every Monday. I plug some numbers in. This is a good way to hold yourself accountable for your business, because you get complacent sometimes, and it's really good to see the numbers, because for me, it kind of motivates me like, crap, I've got to do better this week. And I've been on a downturn, and as you see here, this past week I did 701.62 in gross sales. So my net sales was 444.38. I pay myself, I have bills, so I ended up in the negative $40.62. So not a very good week for eBay, but thankfully I also have Poshmark, Whatnot, and Etsy to kind of make up the difference. So I definitely made up that difference. Not a big deal. I'm doing really well on Whatnot. And so, and I do sell occasionally on Poshmark. It's not a lot. It started off real strong, but it's kind of slowed down. I feel like it's just a slowdown on Poshmark right now. But as you can see, I've been in the negatives the last 3 weeks. And so I've got to step up my game. So I'm going to list a little bit more. I'm trying to stay on an average of 8 listings per day. I know I can do 10, but I'm so scatterbrained with all the other things that I need to get done that I don't put forth that effort, and I need to. Now looking at my numbers and how I'm down the last 3 weeks, I really need to push a little harder. So I got to hold myself accountable. That's why I have this right above my computer where I sit and list, so I can look at that constantly and say, man, you got to do better than that. It doesn't actually, for the most part, you'd think maybe it would depress me, and it doesn't. It just makes me say, okay, what can I do differently, or what can I do more to increase those numbers? So that's my goal for next week, is to see if I can get an increase, at least be in the green like I was the previous month. All but 1 week I was in the green. So like I said, this is strictly eBay, no other platform. This is how well I did in a week. I'm okay with that. Of course, I want to see that number doubled, but I have to put forth extra effort to get to there. So that's, I think, getting organized will help me. And I'm starting to, as you can see, my wall of shoes. I have my bins. Now I have to just clean up some of the stuff that I had tore down to make room for my shoes. But I have a small little death pile of, this is when I was doing pen making. So I've got to get rid of that. I've got a few bins full of stuff from my pen making, and then I have my death pile yet. I've got to get through that. There's my photography area. And I will. I'm gonna really, I used to say 5 listings minimum per day. I want to bump that up to 8 and shoot for 10 every single day. There's no reason why I can't do 20. I have so much on my plate all the time. It's not an excuse. I don't put aside the time to do that many. It's not about if you have time, it's you have to make time. And I haven't done that yet. That's my goal. Especially with the 4th quarter coming up, we're going to have to really step up our game. So get those listings in now. Build that store now while you can. Make sure you're pricing. I think I have a lot of my stuff priced at market value. I think I'm going to start dropping it just a little, a few bucks to get some sales in there, because I have a feeling market value is maybe coming down a little bit. Maybe because of the economy, maybe the time of year. But I'm going to start pricing a little bit more strategically and see how that helps me, so I can help myself get out of the red. That's my goal for this week, and it should be yours too. This is John with Severe Thrifters. See ya!